Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts are coming loose. That's all I got.
Coming loose.
Yeah, well, whatever. So directed by Jake Schreier, who did Paper Towns.
Yeah, good movie.
Robot and Frank.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we know who's in it. I'll just get to this. Budget reportedly $180 million. Box office $376.8 million.
Second lowest grossing Marvel movie ever.
Yep.
Which is really sad because it's a great movie.
Yeah, you know what? I like you and I both sang Brave New World's praises. We thought it was a really good movie.
Yeah.
But after seeing this, when I got out of the Thunderbolts, I was like, they played Brave New World way too safe.
Yeah.
They played it way too safe. Like, this is literally a movie about mental health.
Yeah.
With the superhero backdrop.
Yeah.
And it felt like what I wanted Brave New World to be. I wanted it to be like, not necessarily Winter Soldier, but I wanted that vibe.
Yeah.
Where it was a suspenseful spy-fi movie that just happened to be wrapped up in a superhero show. Whereas this is exactly what this is. This is a character study, mental health, dealing with your issues, wrapped up in superhero drama. And between the two, this is the better movie. Across the board.
Hands down.
There's, like, it's not even a question.
Hands down. But, like, you look at its box office and how not great it did. This is once again proof that making movies based off shit that happened on the TV shows is a dumb idea.
Yes, exactly.
Because Brave New World was not a huge hit.
No.
It was not. The Marvels was a crash and burn.
Yep. Huge
The
crash.
only reason why Doctor Strange did as well as it did coming off of WandaVision was because Doctor Strange was coming off of Spider-Man.
100%. Absolutely 100%.
So,
if the other part, real quick, did you hear the news?
What's the news?
Thor 5. Already in the works.
Oh, yeah.
But you know who's going to be the director?
Oh, no, I didn't know about the director.
No, I can tell you who isn't. Taika Waititi.
Oh, yes, I knew that.
He's gone. He's gone. He's not doing
Oh, man,
this one.
please just give me, like 75% serious Thor movie.
Just give me the Russo's Thor.
I want a Norse Thor.
Give me the Russo's Thor where he is like Thor. Like, he's just a fucking badass
Thor.
who will crack jokes.
He'll crack jokes.
But this isn't
He's gonna get drunk.
But it's not Deadpool.
No.
This isn't Deadpool, the Norse god of thunder.
No, we don't spin around on a chain and joke with Surtur.
Yeah, exactly.
That's always going to anger me.
Well,
Anger
I will
me,
say...
not angry me. I'm so angry, I'm angry.
Love and Thunder makes me mad because it makes me like Ragnarok more. And I mean, like, I didn't hate Ragnarok, but I hated Thor in Ragnarok.
Yeah.
And then after I watched Love and Thunder, I was like, well, it could have been worse.
It could have been worse.
Ragnarok could have been a lot worse.
It could have been worse, and wow, what a waste of Christian Bale.
Yeah. Oh, God, a pitiful, pitiful waste of Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because he was so good. He was...
and also...
He was the shining light, even though he was, like, the darkness.
Yeah. Yeah, but also that fight scene in the black, like that's another.
That's an epic scene.
Wow,
that's a great. There's a lot. There's some good stuff in there.
There is some good shit.
Like if Taika could just reel it back a bit, like cut it down, do your goofy New Zealand shit in your next movie. Like,
but yeah, no, and I 100% agree. Like, part of the problem with Thunderbolts is the same problem with Brave New World. It's the same problem that they had with Marvels.
Yeah, because people that don't watch shows are going, who the fuck's Kamala Khan?
Yeah, exactly.
People are watching this going, who's this guy that looks like Captain America?
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Where the fuck he come from? Because really, honestly, besides his inclusion, you could watch Brave New World and Thunderbolts coming off of Endgame.
Yep.
Ignoring Falcon and Winter Soldier altogether.
100%.
Nothing's happened in that show that's carried on.
No.
Besides John Walker.
Exactly. Well, and the fact that they kind of speed run through the relationship of Isaiah and Falcon.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, right. So Isaiah's from the TV show too, right?
Right.
Yeah. So
now I will say though, they did handle them pretty good considering, right? Like I do feel like if you didn't watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which a lot of people didn't,
no,
and you watched Brave New World, you weren't like, I don't know what the fuck is happening. I'm so confused.
Yeah, it was kind of okay. So he's an original Captain America. He's a black man, and Sam's helping him.
Yeah.
Okay, we could kind of figure that out.
You don't need to take these huge leaps, right?
Yeah.
And especially because if you watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier and then you watched Brave New World, you were like, a lot of the stuff is retread anyway, right? Like he's still wrestling with being a black Captain America, and it's like, okay, but he did that.
Yeah.
He did that. There was no.
He did.
No real point.
So, like, you could literally watch Captain America: Brave New World and be like, "Oh, Steve gave him the shield. He's Captain America now."
Yeah, because you watched Endgame, so you knew he had it, right? Bucky being a senator is weird.
That's really weird.
Like that's
like, don't you actually have
weird.
to do politics and shit before you become a senator?
And also,
and not be a mass murderer.
Right there. Yeah, that's the one.
You're a brainwashed Russian spy.
Like I get it, you were brainwashed.
You should be an American senator.
Well, I mean, to be fair, could have been the president.
Yeah.
But like, but that's a prime. That's a dumb plot line. Like I remember thinking that's dumb, and then you watch Thunderbolts, and it's kind of the same thing, and you're like, yeah, but this makes no sense.
Makes no sense.
He should just be working missions.
Where did it come from? Because that wasn't even in the TV show.
No,
he wasn't running for Senate.
No.
What the hell happened?
He could have been working missions with S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
As the Winter Soldier.
Could be going after Sharon Carter.
Like, oh, yeah, well, you know.
I mean, but no, he's a senator.
Yeah, he's a fucking senator.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, and I mean, you know, some of the characters, like, okay, like Black Widow. If you didn't watch the Black Widow movie,
yeah,
okay, you're gonna miss out on some of these characters. But luckily, like,
but then
David Harbour, and Florence Pugh are so good in these roles that. Again, you didn't have to watch.
Their chemistry is so believable as an actual father and daughter.
You should have watched. Like I feel like you don't watch TV shows, but watch Black Widow. Okay. Other than that, it's funny that they killed off Taskmaster.
Yeah, immediately.
Instead of Ghost.
Yeah.
Ghost. Very like I thought she was cool in Ant-Man 2, but I wasn't like.
But she didn't really see her in more things. She didn't really fight. She just kind of walked through walls and shit.
But yeah, and it was also, and like I said, it wasn't like I wanted to see her in more things. Whereas Taskmaster, I was like, yeah, no, let's see more of Taskmaster.
Yeah.
And I liked the spin that it was a Black Widow type character.
Yep.
And then it's just a computer like, I don't know how they did it, but like, I mean, also, if you're going to kill it, then why not introduce the official MCU version?
Which I think is going to happen now.
I do.
Kill off.
I think so too, but
it'll be the whole Mandarin thing. Oh, that was the fake tag.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. Fucking Trevor Slattery.
Yeah,
strikes again. That was his name, eh? The actor.
Trevor Slattery. Yeah,
that was his
name, and he's returning in the Wonder Man show.
Yeah, which okay. Like, don't get me wrong. Again, I'm glad that they're. Actually, you know what? Honestly, even when they talked about it's the actor. Like, I'm glad that they got the actor to play.
Oh yeah, he's a great actor.
But it's like, but Wonder Man.
Yeah.
And I know we're talking about characters, and I know like there's obviously going to be fans of these characters. Like there are people that don't even know who the Max is, and yet
Wonder Man has such a small fan base.
But that's what I mean.
And half of that fan base got mad when he was cast as a black man.
Yeah, exactly.
So really...
And I mean, but you couldn't have come up with any other actor.
Ironheart was created 6 years ago and she's got her own TV show, so...
Although, you know what's funny? I never even watched the trailer yet. I don't even care. Like, I'm like, I don't care what... And also because that was supposed to spin off into the Armor Wars.
The only reason I want to watch Ironheart is because the Hood is the villain.
And even then, I don't really...
The Hood's a cool character.
Fucking super cool.
But,
absolutely super cool.
Yeah.
But
still.
So
I don't know. But that's like all Marvel shows right now. It's not just me picking the ones with the black leads. Like all of their shows.
Aside from Daredevil and the Spider-Man cartoon, I don't care.
What else is coming out on TV?
Vision Quest.
Oh yeah, Vision Quest. Yeah, I don't give a
But
shit about that
I don't
either.
give a shit about that one either.
No.
Like, I don't care. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's great that you're bringing them back, but also that was 5 fucking years ago.
Yeah, no one cares anymore.
And you didn't even bring him at, like, you didn't even mention him at all after Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah. Nothing.
And even then, it was more or less you were talking about her kid. It was less.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
So getting back to Thunderbolts, for it to make the money that it did, considering the circumstance, it is also considering how damaged the MCU brand is right now.
Oh yeah,
because that's some damage. Because it's not just the TV shows, but it's also the movies too. Like it's not like there was this huge disparity. It's
like Doomsday is a way bigger gamble than Endgame ever was.
Oh yeah, especially now
because Downey Jr.'s in it playing a different character.
Yep. Yep.
And then all of their casting announcements were based off of these movies that just bombed.
Yep.
And they're spending $1 billion on this thing?
Not all of them. I mean...
we got the whole cast of Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts just bombed.
No, yeah. Yeah.
You got,
is that a bomb?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. $180 million budget?
Yeah.
That's roughly $360 they need to make. So how much money did they really make off it?
Well, yeah, because if they're sitting at 380, 376.8, yeah, it's a bomb.
Anything under 500 for a Marvel movie is a bomb.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. But like I was saying, so again, it's not like it was the TV shows that sucked.
Yeah.
And the movies were amazing.
No.
After Endgame, a lot of those movies sucked. Like, like Eternals was garbage.
Eternals was garbage.
And it was like 4 hours of garbage.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Marvel's was a decent one and done. I'll never watch it again.
Well, Marvel's and Love and Thunder were both victims of that 2-hour runtime. That for some reason Marvel got it in their head that they were like, well, we can't have a 3-hour movie, so we need to have a 2-hour movie. And it's like, no. You cut it so it feels appropriate.
Yeah.
That's all.
2 hours, 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
No one was complaining about the runtime of any of the movies prior because they were good for the most part.
Minus Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, no,
Too
exactly.
long.
I agree with that one too because I remember I liked it in the theater, and then once I sat with it, then I was like, yeah, that's too long. There was too much in that movie.
Too long, way too long.
But yeah, so everybody in Thunderbolts is awesome.
The Sentry was awesome.
Oh,
Sentry and Void, both of them were amazing.
And I loved the absolute stark difference in visual appearance.
Yes,
this wasn't just a slightly darker costume, like he slicked his hair back and he's like, oh, he's evil.
It was a shadow with little eyes.
Oh, it looked creepy.
It looked super creepy.
It was off-putting.
And the way it disintegrated people.
Oh.
When he took that little girl.
Put them in the void. Oh my god. As soon as he did the girl, I was like, oh fuck. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was just like.
Whew. Like, and at that point, you knew they were going to come back.
And it's amazing that people still live in New York City in the Marvel Universe.
It's like
after Avengers 1.
Like, you think just the insurance alone.
Yeah.
Like, the premiums must be just absurd.
Mm.
Right? Like, because you would
You're
have
not
to have,
affording a home.
Like, you have your regular, like, house insurance, car insurance.
Yeah.
But then you probably also have, like, superhero insurance on top of that, which covers all of that in the event of the Hulk or Dr. Octopus or whatever, right? Like, oh, man. But the movie was great.
The movie's great.
Absolutely great.
Everyone has amazing chemistry in it.
I was happy with Brave New World, and like I said, I watched Thunderbolts, and I was like, this feels like we're getting into course correction territory. This isn't like, we're back, but this is like, okay, if we keep going like this...
I was happy with Brave New World, but at the same time it was weird because it was an Incredible Hulk sequel without the Hulk.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
That made it kind of weird.
It's like, but also, like...
Weird.
There are Cap villains. Like, you could have used other Cap villains.
Shit tons of
and
Cap
don't get me
villains.
wrong, I'm glad we got the Red Hulk. Like, I thought that was awesome. And Harrison Ford to pick up after... oh, shit, I forgot his name now.
Why couldn't they bring Red Skull back with that actor from Endgame?
Well, okay, like, that's a prime example. Like, you had that option.
Yeah.
You could... What about Baron Zemo?
Yeah.
Why couldn't he get out of the raft? Like, I don't understand.
Right.
Like, why did it have to be so Hulk-centric? And again, without the Hulk. Now, having the Hulk in Brand New Day could be cool.
Yeah.
Depending on how much he's in it for.
Right.
I don't want this to be the same thing, where it's mostly Hulk and Spider-Man. I want this to be primarily Spider-Man, with maybe 2 minutes of Hulk.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be quite a bit of Hulk in the new Spider-Man.
Well, it's catch-22, right? Like,
yeah.
You cast Harrison Ford, and you definitely tell people that he's going to turn into the Red Hulk, so you have to show, right? Now, I mean, that part was great. Well, actually, we shouldn't talk about that too much, because it's the same thing. But Thunderbolts, it's... The only thing I didn't like about Thunderbolts, honestly, was the fact that they did the new Avengers thing.
Yeah.
And then immediately were like, it's a new Avengers. Like, a second the movie came out, it was like, new Avengers!
Yeah, it was like Sunday.
It's like...
So if you didn't watch it opening night, you're fucked.
Yeah, exactly. You couldn't just say, like, right before the thing, you couldn't just say, okay, hey, everybody try to keep this quiet as much as possible. Give some time, because we gotta watch the movie.
Yeah.
But no, they immediately...
Also not a good look that you call your second lowest grossing film New Avengers.
Yeah. Like, did they really think that was going to make $1 billion?
Yeah, announcing as New Avengers wasn't going to help it.
No. It's exactly like the people that didn't see Thunderbolts weren't suddenly going to go, oh, as Avengers, I should go see that movie. It's like, well, no. They were going to... The people that were going to see it were always going to see it.
Yes.
The casual fans, they're not, like... Fuck. I will say, though, $3 billion budget for Doomsday is insane. Like, even though I was very nonchalant about it, like, because I was like, well, there's going to be like 1 million people in this movie, plus the CGI, plus the tech and all that shit. So, like, on paper, it does kind of make sense. Plus, you have to factor in marketing, right? But...
It's a tough call, though. It's like, okay, they got 34 actors so far.
Is it good? Like, do they really think this is going to make $6 billion?
I guess they're really hoping nostalgia comes out to play. Hey, nostalgia's helped us the last couple times.
What happens if Fantastic Four...
all the X-Men. What if FF bombs?
Exactly. What if it doesn't make $500 million?
Right.
Right? Now, I'm not doom and glooming that one. I actually...
That's going to make...
To me, personally...
It's not going to make $1 billion.
That's the strongest movie out of the three.
Yeah.
And even before these two came out, I was like, that's the one you fuck up. Like, that's the one that's the most to fuck up here. These ones here, you could fuck them both up pretty badly.
Yep.
And it's going to be like, they're going to make whatever. Like, again, it was like, if you thought Brave New World was going to make $1 billion, well, you're stupid. You're absolutely stupid.
Yeah, never going to happen.
Same with Thunderbolts.
Never going to happen.
You're stupid if you thought it was going to make $1 billion.
Yeah.
Both should have been around the $500 million. I will give you that. But I mean, between the two, obviously Thunderbolts should have, for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, like, Cap never made $1 billion until Civil War, which was just Avengers 2.5.
Right, but again, but they had a comfortable budget, and then they were up around the 5-6.
Yeah.
And then Winter Soldier was up around the 6-7, closer to 8. So it's not like it wasn't out of the realm of possibility, right? Now, hell, you could have just had Spider-Man. You could have announced Spider-Man, and I bet you that would have made $1 billion just on that alone.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? But yes, it being Avengers 2.5, it's going to make $1 billion.
Oh, yeah, it's going to make $1 billion.
Right? But, like, it's, but even Iron Man 3, like, Iron Man 1 didn't make $1 billion.
Nope.
Iron Man 2 did not make $1 billion.
Nope.
But Iron Man 3 did, obviously.
Coming off Avengers that made $1 billion.
Right. And certain movies were coming off of that. Like, Homecoming didn't make $1 billion.
No.
And it came off of Civil War. But...
And it had RDJ in it.
So it's not, again, a guarantee,
right?
But Spider-Man 2 came off of Avengers.
Yeah, that made a little more.
And that made $1 billion.
Did it make Far From Home make $1 billion?
Actually, hold on.
Actually, Far From Home might have made $1 billion.
It did. It made $1 billion.
Homecoming was around, what, 700?
Hold on.
It was around 7-ish.
So...
And then No Way Home made $2 billion simply because nostalgia.
Yeah. Yeah, 1.13 billion.
Okay, wow. Yeah, so no, it
1.133 billion. But Homecoming was around the 700. Just bear with me here.
Yeah.
Well, and then of course No Way Home. No Way Home was going to make $1 billion. Period.
Yes.
At least $1 billion. Period.
Mm-hmm.
There was no way it wasn't going to. But of course.
Yeah. But of course.
But the fact that
you get
they
Toby
did
and Andrew
the way
back.
they did everything, there was like at that point, like I was like, yeah, okay. Let's see here. 880.
Oh yeah. Okay. So it did. Yeah.
Right. So
all right.
Like it's not like it's out of the realm of possibility. But I mean, we're also talking about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's one of those movies where you expect it to do really well because you can say DC Marvel all you want, but if you say superheroes, people will go, oh, like Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Or Superman? They may not necessarily know that they're not the same comic company, but they know they're superheroes.
Yep.
Batman. Wolverine's another one, right? Like, some of these are beyond comics.
Adding Hulk to the next Spidey is not going to help the box office.
No.
That's not going to help.
Spider-Man 4, I put it at, like, even without Hulk, I put that at around the 800 million mark just because it's Tom Holland coming back. It's leading into Doomsday.
I think it's $1 billion for sure.
It's $1 billion for sure, but I'm saying comfortably I would have said 800 simply just being Spider-Man 4. Just simply that, and it's like Tom Holland coming back. And I just read that apparently, was it Daniel Destin? He is saying that like the No Way Home suit, the final swing suit, that's going to be primarily the suit through the whole thing.
Oh, thank God you told me that, because if you're going to say he's going to change it, you listen up, motherfucker.
He said what he said was,
I think it's finally perfect.
He said it would make no sense for him to change the costume because, first of all, it's just him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And also it leads into Doomsday and Secret War, so that you can do the spider symbiote or whatever.
Spider armor.
But, or Spider
Or Cosmic Spider-Man.
Or Cosmic Spider-Man. I don't think we'll ever see Cosmic Spider-Man.
No.
But yeah, so it makes sense that they would keep the costume, right?
Yeah. Oh, that makes me so happy.
Me too.
So happy.
Me too.
Because that thing is perfect, and we got to see it for like 10 seconds.
I was like,
credits.
No! And it wasn't even like a really good, like there's not one good solid shot of it.
No, it's so just quick moving.
Right? But yeah, so again, it's like, but no one thought Ant-Man was going to make $1 billion, right?
No.
And if anyone did, well, that's on you. I'm sorry.
That's Ant-Man.
Like, yes, Paul Rudd is Paul Rudd, and yeah, those movies were a lot better than anyone ever gave him credit for. But again, Ant-Man was awesome.
Yeah.
Ant-Man 2 was okay. It was like, if you liked Ant-Man, you're going to like Ant-Man 2.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
The fall of Captain Marvel needs to be studied.
Well, no, I mean,
like Captain Marvel came up between Infinity War and Endgame.
There's no fall that needs to be studied. It was like kind of the same sort of thing with like Black Panther, where it hit at the perfect time, where because Wonder Woman, which should have did $1 billion, but did like 700 to 800 mil.
Yep.
Right. Which great, awesome.
That's good money.
Right. Like let's.
It should have made $1 billion.
Should have made $1 billion, but it didn't. Okay, fine. I mean, they didn't do Black Widow. Black Widow, I thought would have done really well. That would have been about 5 to 7
when she was still alive.
Yeah, 5 to 7. That would have done it. But Captain Marvel, it just perfect storm. It was like Black Panther, perfect storm. So,
but to go from $1 billion and then the sequel is like 200 million, the biggest bomb ever for Marvel.
Okay, but
that's wild.
Okay, but I mean, in terms of quality.
Yeah, but it's still pretty wild.
No, it isn't.
It's not wild?
The quality for Captain Marvel versus the Marvels.
Yeah.
Like, I'll even say, if they did it in such a way where they flat out told you, you don't have to watch the WandaVision. You don't have to watch WandaVision at all. We'll bring you up to speed on that character, because they did a pretty good job of it.
Yeah, that was the thing. Yeah, you need to watch Miss Marvel and WandaVision to understand the Marvels.
Yeah. So,
That was
because
a
that's
two
two
TV
TV
show.
shows, right?
That was
So,
a 2 TV show.
right?
one.
So they could have flat out said, "Hey, you don't have to do anything," and then still put that movie out. It still would have bombed because that was a garbage movie.
Yeah.
They cut too much out for one.
Oh, it was so short.
It was so short. It was like Love and Thunder. It was the same thing. They cut
There was
so
hardly
much
any
out.
story. It was just like fight scenes.
Exactly. And then like the stuff that was cool, because there was a lot of really cool stuff.
Yeah.
They had a lot of really like the stuff where they're like kind of bouncing in between each other and
Mhm.
fighting and stuff like that. I was like, man, this is starting really cool, but speed run through the whole movie.
Yeah.
So it was almost like, well, why make it?
Why should I care about anything?
Exactly. So it has nothing to do with the fall of Captain Marvel per se. It was Marvel. Marvel fucked up.
Marvel fell.
Yeah.
Marvel fell.
They fell. Marvel as the brand fell because
they put all, and that's on Disney too.
And Disney.
Yeah.
Disney Marvel, it was big.
Nobody has
fucking
fucking
swinging dicks. It was
Yeah.
the same shit that we talked about with Dead Reckoning. It was the ego that because they came off of Endgame. And they were like, we could fucking print money.
Mm-hmm,
And then, so then of course, they were like, well, we've got the Disney streaming service.
Yeah.
And then it was like, so we're going to, put a whole bunch of TV shows in. And at the time, we were like, okay,
At the time I was like, okay, some of them sound cool.
like, all right, okay, fine. Of course,
Hawkeye's
COVID
not
hit.
gonna get his own movie, so I'm fine with him getting a
Yeah,
show.
and you're like, okay, well, COVID hit, so you're just kind of like, okay, well, I mean,
we're
all
staying
right.
home anyway.
Yeah, it's not like we're going to the theater, right?
Yeah.
And then, but like, it's not like the shows were so fucking like Loki season 1, awesome.
Oh, that's
Okay, like awesome.
That's in my top 10 of MCU as a whole.
I haven't even watched an episode of season 2 though.
Me neither,
because
I'm worried about it. Season 1's so good.
Yeah, you know what? The other part though is I don't care. Like the coolest version of Kang died in Ant-Man 3.
Yeah.
And was beaten.
Yeah.
And killed. He was beaten and killed.
Yep.
Okay? And then they were like, well, there's all this other Kang, so but watch Loki season 2 because that's the Kang that you need to watch for the movie, the
Kang Dynasty.
Whatever. Yeah, Kang Dynasty.
Kang
that's
Dynasty.
right. You're like,
yeah.
Okay.
In an alternate universe, we're watching Kang next year.
Because like I watched Ant-Man 3 and like we both like it was great.
Yeah.
I thought it was better than the second one.
I had a ton of fun watching Ant-Man.
But that ending was like, well, then what the fuck was the point?
What was the point?
Because A, you killed off that version of Kang, which was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You really had that like Thanos feel where you're like, I can kind of see good, like I can see where he's coming from type of thing. And they slowly revealed this guy's a fucking piece of shit, like he's evil. He's fucking evil. And then Ant-Man beats him? I'm sorry. Ant-Man and his mini Avengers beat him.
I'm supposed to believe this guy's going to be the big bad guy for Avengers?
Imagine if that guy killed Ant-Man.
Yeah.
And the Wasp. Both. Dead. And then Dr. Doom kills this guy. Because, I mean, there's no way around it. It sounds like Jonathan Majors was going to fuck his career up anyway.
You know what I'm really unhappy about for Fantastic Four? Is I think Galactus, they're going to just treat like a bitch. When he should have been like the Thanos of the next phase. I think
there's a popcorn bucket that's worth $80 fucking.
Do
you really think he's going to be treated like a bitch?
That looks amazing. I think that they are going to have him follow Fantastic Four into Doomsday, and then they're going to have RDJ's Doom beat Galactus to prove his strength.
Yeah, but like, didn't Secret Wars Dr. Doom literally take the skeleton out of Thanos?
Did he?
Didn't he literally just go like that?
Maybe.
And it's like skull and spine?
And then he came back to life for Infinity Gauntlet?
Well, I mean, it's
the Secret Wars is 88, right? 88.
No. Shut your mouth. I'm talking like 2015 Secret Wars.
Oh, the newer one that I didn't bother reading.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Dr. Doom
I stopped reading Marvel when it stopped being good.
kills Thanos.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. I do not yet. I remain Thanos the Great Tyrant, and for you that will be enough. That appears untrue. So
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
So if that's what they're going with, pretty crazy.
So, eh.
Eh.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think that he's gonna be treated like. And even if he is, I mean, like, isn't Galactus part of that class where like he can't die? He's just a force of nature. Like, isn't he in like that like ego and Celestials types thing? Where
Well, I mean, they have killed him,
but he's always come back, has he not?
He's dead in Marvel Zombies. That's how the Marvel Zombies came to be.
Okay, but everyone was dead in Marvel Zombies.
Still, I'm saying Galactus died in Marvel Zombies.
All right. Also, Marvel Zombies is not canon, so shut your fucking mouth.
Woo.
Okay, let's see.
I think he. Oh, he died in Thor. Yeah, Thor flew through his fucking head and blew to pieces.
Okay, well that's fucking awesome though. Let's be real here. I'm not a huge Thor fan, but
Yeah.
that's fucking awesome.
The latest around Thor, yeah, just fucking flew right through his head.
But he was an injured Galactus.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's okay then. He was injured.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you looking at the panel where he blew through his head?
No, I'm not. But,
oh man.
Yeah, okay. But so you're right. Yeah, I was wrong. He's not at that class where he's. Yeah. It's not like Death in where it's just like you can't really kill Death. You can't really kill Mephisto. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that kind of stuff. So okay.
Look at this Thor cover.
That's fine. What a way to get killed though. Like since the '60s, that thing.
Look at it, just flying right through Galactus's head.
But also,
That's nuts.
It's comic book, so
it's comic books. Okay,
he's gonna be brought back. Like, let's be real.
Yeah,
there's probably like a baby Galactus.
Nobody dies forever,
right? Like, there'll probably all of a sudden someone will be like, "Oh no, Galactus! You didn't know he had a kid."
Yeah, he's got a daughter, Galactina.
Yeah, Galactina. Yeah, there you go. And of course, she's black, just to make everybody super happy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I do think, like, I mean, if they fuck up Fantastic Four, that's it. Like, they're fucked. Then they have even more to hang on Secret War. Like,
I don't.
But I don't. Is it possible for a movie in this current time frame with how we predominantly consume media, is it possible for that to make $6 billion? Because it has to make that much to be considered profitable. Because think about it, like, obviously,
well, it's got $1 billion budget. So now you got to make.
Sorry,
so now you got to make.
I thought you said it was a $3 billion budget.
No, it's $1 billion.
$1 billion, so
which
it's
is the
make
highest ever.
That's right. So it's got to make at least $3 billion.
That's right. We got $1 billion for marketing.
That's right.
I don't know if that $1 billion is strictly for Doomsday or if there's a little bit of Secret Wars in that budget.
Right, that's true. Yeah, because I mean,
they're going back to back, right?
Yeah.
But
and also, is that the real budget or is that just the budget they tell us? Right?
Yeah,
because like for the last couple of like forever we've been like, well, they say it's this, but it's also probably that, right?
Because I don't know right now, like where. Okay, so we figure RDJ's going to charge $100 million.
At least.
Oh, the rest of the cast, the rest of the 33 people in that, besides Hemsworth.
But also, we're also talking about, like, I mean, fuck, Chris Evans just came out and said, like, oh, good for them for being in this movie.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're in this fucking movie. Don't fucking tell me you're not in this fucking movie. Like,
yeah.
I know you're in this fucking movie.
In the fucking movie.
Okay?
In the fucking movie.
Right? Like,
just like we know Hugh Jackman's going to pop in because no way they got all the X-Men except Wolverine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Everybody's back except him.
Yeah, exactly. Also, Deadpool. There's no way Deadpool's not going to be in this fucking movie.
100% he's in it.
So, I mean, and like...
Their movie just made almost $1.5 billion. They're going to be in that movie.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like... So now, we're talking, well, like, 3... It's got to... Well, like I said, it's got to be at least 3.
Mm-hmm.
But probably 4. So in this current climate, do you see any movie? Never mind this one. Do you see any movie cracking 3 billion?
For multiple reasons.
Right?
Streaming is still huge.
I mean, why wouldn't it be?
China has boycotted U.S. films for the most part.
Well, I mean...
If a movie shot outside the U.S., apparently they're paying tariffs on it now.
Right? Right? Like...
So, really?
Even without all that shit,
yeah,
it's still, like, streaming. Like, honestly, I am glad I saw Count 2 in the theater, but that's not a theater movie.
And it's on Prime already.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Like,
right?
2 weeks after you watched it. I was like, jeez, this just left the theater last week.
Like, it was, honestly, it was one of those, because there wasn't really much going, and
yeah.
I was like, what about Count 2? I was like, yeah, let's go see that.
Well, that's pretty awesome that she wanted to see a Count 2.
And also, because it's...
You probably turned on, eh?
Way better than the first.
Way more watch Count 2.
Way better than the first.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that the John Berthel effect?
You have to watch it.
Okay.
You gotta watch it.
I will. It's on Prime.
Yeah, so enjoy it. Enjoy it. But, like, Ballerina.
Yeah, that's...
I haven't, like, I want to see it in the theater, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, but I can wait.
I kind of feel that way, too, and I love Wick.
I love Wick. I love, I mean, let's be real here. It's a John Wick movie. Like, I know it's a different director, but there's no way, like, I know it's Len Wiseman, and it's...
Yeah, but apparently... What's his name? Chad
Stahelski, yeah.
He came in and filmed over it, like a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And apparently now, because of that, there's like a weird shift in tone while watching it.
Of course. Because...
It's like, haven't we done that already?
Because the fucking studio sat there and was like... And just so we're clear, it's not like Len Wiseman is like a rookie director.
He's a good director.
Like...
He did Live Free or Die Hard. He did The Underworlds. He's a good director.
Like, to be fair, I don't like Live Free or Die Hard.
Yeah.
As a Die Hard movie.
Right.
I don't like it.
But as a straight up action
As an action movie, it was fucking awesome.
That's awesome.
Okay?
Yeah.
He was fucking skateboard skidding down the wing of a fucking fighter jet. Mm-hmm. Are you kidding me? Mm-hmm. How is that not cool?
That's cool. That's why I'm cool.
It's just not John McClane. Okay? It's Bruce Willis. But not John McClane. No. Okay, but like, okay, fine.
More John McClane than the next John MClane.
And
the one we don't talk about.
I think I watched 5, maybe 10 minutes of it.
I watched that whole thing,
and I was like, I just can't.
This does not feel like Die Hard.
Although, Jai Courtney, he's got a weird serial
Dangerous
killer.
Animals looks awesome.
God damn, does that look awesome?
A serial killer that abducts people and feeds them to sharks off his boat.
Like,
what?
Are you fucking kidding? Also,
how has that never been done before?
The same thing.
That's such a great idea.
How is this not happening?
He's literally Dexter feeding them to sharks.
Yeah. So all in all, Thunderbolts. I loved it. I'm glad I saw it in the theater. Yeah. I can't wait to rewatch it because everyone is great in it. Mm-hmm. The plot is awesome. A little shitty marketing after the fact that it came out, but the fact that they're calling themselves New Avengers in universe is cool.
It's cool.
Like, I like that spin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I do like that they're playing the Valentina character up as a Lex Luthor type character, you know, who's ultimately doing the right thing, but for all the wrong reasons, you know, and I could definitely see a sequel if it made more money, but at the same time, we're gonna see all these characters in everything else, you know, and so okay, like, fucking, I'm good. Like,
I'm good. Yeah,
you know,
it's a great movie.
Yeah,
it deserved more money. Watch it.
Yeah, it definitely deserved more money, but yeah, watch it.
That has been the Thunderbolts episode, presented to you by Geek Pants Media.
A subsidiary of geekpantsmedia.com.
Entertainment Co.
Geek Jacket Corporation.
The Geek Corp.
Yeah, Geek Corp.